What is up, guys? Before I start off this video, I would just like to say I recorded a room setup video earlier today, so if you guys would like to see that, leave a comment down below and I will do that. Band-Aid got cut yesterday like a boss. And so what I wanted to talk about was yesterday I tweeted and posted on Facebook that I had an important video to talk about today. And it was yesterday, loud ass noises outside right now. But yesterday I sort of had an epiphany slash like a breakdown kind of. I'm over it now, and this all that I'm about to say is just what I was feeling yesterday. God, it is extremely loud outside. Jesus Christ. But yesterday I sort of realized that these past, wait, can you even see the Band-Aid now that I look at it? I don't think so. It blends in pretty nicely. But yesterday I sort of had this epiphany, I guess, that these past 2.5 years that I've been doing YouTube, you know, I sort of have gone nowhere. And a lot of you guys are probably like, oh, you fucking douchebag, I would kill to be in your spot or whatever. That's just the thing. When you're in my spot, you want more. Right now, to a smaller person that's just starting out on YouTube, you think what I have is amazing, and it is. I love every single one of you guys that watches, and every single viewer, and every commenter, every rater, all of you guys that take the time out of your day to watch a video from some fucking little bitch that lives in the attic or whatever. Like, that means a lot to me. But the thing is these past 2.5 years I sort of just went all in with YouTube, and like I put all my efforts into YouTube. Like, everything I thought about was YouTube. I didn't buy a game if I knew that I couldn't post it on YouTube. My life was dictated by YouTube, and the reasoning is because I had a rough sort of childhood. Now, compared to other people, you guys are probably like, oh, you're lucky. Yeah, I did get games that I wanted, and I did get electronics that I wanted, but that's not what makes a person happy, you know. Till this day, I am how should I say, antisocial, and there's a reasoning. The reasoning I started YouTube and all that stuff is because my entire life I have been moving and moving, losing friends, saying, always being positive, saying that, oh, things are gonna get better, this is just temporary or whatever. And every time I would move, my mom would be like, this is the last time. But financial problems happen, personal problems happen. You can't control that shit, and I understand, and I'm not mad about that, because that's life, you know. But the toll it took on me as a kid definitely shows now, because I'm very detached, and I just don't really associate with people that much, because I was always the kid that put myself out there. Like, you could ask anybody. Back in the day, I could make a friend like that. I remember in one of the houses I moved into, there was a kid playing outside, and I just became friends with him just instantly. Now, if that were to happen, I wouldn't even look at the kid. I wouldn't acknowledge his existence, because what's the point, you know? Like, if I'm going to be living this sort of nomad lifestyle, then what the fuck's the point of making any friends if I'm just gonna have to abandon them? You know, the goodbye is the hardest word to say to somebody, really, to be honest. Like, how do you say goodbye? And I was a kid, you know, so there was no Facebook, there was no MySpace, we didn't have cell phones. I'd be lucky if I had a house phone. So, like, all that shit, it's just like that combined, and just lost touch with everyone, grew apart. And the reason why I'm so attached to YouTube is because through all that bad stuff with my mom's bad boyfriends, always moving, YouTube was always there. There was always videos that would make me laugh. YouTube was just there. It was like my best friend. It is my best friend. And I'd say that if it wasn't for YouTube, I'd be in a really rough spot right now. Because what would I be doing, to be honest? I'd just be sitting up here doing nothing all day. at least with YouTube, I'm working on skills that I'll be able to utilize later in the future. You know, video editing is a really nice thing to know if I ever want to get into video production. I'm starting to make more music now, so I could even become an audio engineer if that whole rapper thing doesn't work out or whatever. And another thing about me is, and there's a fucking cop now that's just great. Every time it was silent before I started recording, but the thing about me is I have a craving to be somebody, because, you know, moving after all that time made me like antisocial and stuff, and I never felt like somebody. I never fit in anywhere. But if I could just become famous or something like that, I have an itch for fame, literally. If I could just become famous, then you can't ignore me no more. Then I will be somebody that you're gonna be forced to know. You know, it's just something like when people ask, "Oh, would you rather have fame or the riches?" God damn, that siren is loud as fuck. When people ask, "Would you rather have fame or wealth?" I always say fame. I don't know what it is, because people always say, "Oh, fame is bad. You know, you have paparazzi following you. Everyone's always on your shit." I am okay with that, to be honest. I realize what it's gonna come down to. I realize that I will not be only living my life, well, barely living my life, but living a life that's constantly on cameras and all that stuff. But that's sort of what I want, you know. I just really have an itch for fame, and that's why I tried so hard in YouTube. And also because, like, everything else does not interest me. Like, people always say, "Oh, you should have a backup plan. You should go to school for business or whatever." So I can be a fucking accountant that wants to commit suicide every day? What is the point? They always say, do something that you love. That way, it wouldn't even be considered work anymore. Well, the things that I like are pretty hard to get into. If I want to be an entertainer, ask how many people want to be an entertainer. If I want to be a rapper, even more people want to be rappers. If I want to be big on YouTube, there are millions of videos uploaded a day. Chances kind of slim. Everything I aspire to be cannot be reached definitely. What that means is there is risk involved. There is no definite way to reach my dream. But if I wanted to be an accountant, what do I have to do? Business school. I want to be a lawyer, what do I have to do? Law school. If I want to be a doctor, what do I do? Med school. There is no school for being a rapper. There is no school for getting big on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? There's no school that teaches you how to be an entertainer. It doesn't happen. So that's why yesterday I was just like broken, because I have been positive these 2.5 years. I'm like, oh, my time will come. I'll get my boost in subscribers. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. It's never too late. But honestly, YouTube is only getting more competitive over time. YouTube is only getting more people. And the people that do get that fame or whatever reach it in like 6 months. I have 1.5K subscribers after 2.5 years. Okay? And yesterday, I'm going to be completely honest. I was thinking about quitting YouTube yesterday. I'm not even joking, because like with all the effort I put into YouTube, I feel like I was getting nothing out of it, you know? Like, when you put your all into something and you get nothing out of it, it hurts, literally. It really hurts. And it pains me when I pour all this effort into videos and get like nothing, and then you have this jackass over here that puts no work into his fucking video, most unoriginal bastard on the face of the earth, doing what everyone else is doing what I'm doing with half the effort, and like 50 times my viewer base. It pisses me off, and it fucking gets to me, because it's like, picture it like this, okay? You're a basketball player. You train every day. You do all the drills. You go to practice every day. you're the first one in the gym, last one out. Then some jackass walks in, just doesn't take it seriously. Fucking never goes to practice, doesn't put that dedication, and yet he gets treated like Kobe or LeBron while you're just a bench player. You see what I'm saying? Like, you put in that dedication, but he is the one that gets all the glory. And yesterday I was pissed off because I was like, damn, the only way to get ahead in this world is to be that guy, you know, be that dick. It's so true. Even with girls, man, you have to be an asshole. And obviously this is while you're young. I think when you're older, girls sort of wise up and they go for the nice guy. So I'll just wait for that. But like now it's like you have to be an asshole to get girls. You have to be an asshole to get ahead. You have to be heartless. You don't care about anything. That is how you get ahead. That's how this world works. And it's not fucking fair because they say what goes around comes around. Karma will get you. That is so much bullshit. Bullshit. I don't even care. I try to stay positive, but that karma shit is bull ass shit. My mother is the nicest person ever. I'm not even kidding. If she has $5 and you need 10, she'll somehow give you $10. That's the type of person my mom is. Bad shit always happens. It's not fair. And life isn't fair. But it's like, why? Do you really have to be that type of person to get ahead? And this was all happening yesterday. It all just hit me at once, and I was so mad, sad, just everything. But then later on that day, I sort of realized, like, it doesn't have to be over. You know, I don't have to quit. I can just, you know, do what I'm doing on YouTube or whatever and then focus on something else. But to be honest, I don't really know what else I would want to do. But, you know, this morning I woke up, I recorded that room setup that I was talking about, and I started writing some lyrics down for a new track. And some of the lyrics I was writing, like, it just came out of me, and I was like, if I want to achieve this, if I want to achieve what I'm writing down, I can't give up. And that's why I sort of, I'm not quitting YouTube or anything like that. In the next few months, not necessarily this month or next month, but soon, there might be sort of a longer wait for videos, I guess, because my summer is going to be extremely busy. I will be having to take driving classes. I will be having to go get my GED during the summer. And then after that, of course, I have to sign up for college and all that shit, and financial aid and everything. And I'm going to be extremely busy. But, you know, for now, I've decided that I'm going to be more relaxed about YouTube, you know. Guys, like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I get so stressed out when stuff doesn't go right. If I'm rendering a video and I realize I do something wrong, I get super stressed. Like, I love doing YouTube videos, but at the same time, it, like, stresses me out, and I get overworked about it. I worry too much about this, that, and the third. For now, or not for now, but, like, from now on, I'm just going to be sort of relaxed, you know, just do whatever. And, of course, there will still be high-effort videos. Me and Stormpower were bouncing ideas around yesterday, and we have a pretty good idea that we're going to be starting. I'm not going to release anything yet, but I really like the idea. I think it's going to be really cool. I'll let you guys in on that as it approaches. But for now, I'd say, yeah, I'm feeling fine, I guess. Just gonna take YouTube a lot more lately and stuff. Probably gonna record some Dragon Ball duels and Naruto duels. A lot of people have been missing that stuff, so I'm definitely gonna be bringing that back. And yeah, so That's it for this video, guys. Peace.